students, how are you today? So why are you here today? To impress people. So how many of you want to impress people in your life? Please raise your hand. Not many? Not many? Why do we need to impress people? So this is what we are going to say. So a very good morning to everyone. Let me introduce myself. Who am I? This is my name. I'm Woo Hui Qin, Distinguished Toastmasters. You might wonder, what is this DTM? I am actually the head of English Language Department in FYHS, Woo High School in JB. And I was invited as Cambridge Experience Online Asia 2021 as speaker and panelist. I joined Toastmasters International in 2012. I'm the club group director, and I was the Division M director, area entry director, and the charter president of Just For You Toastmasters Club, and also won a few district championships. So now, before I start, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Professor Tek for giving us this opportunity to be here to share with all of you. So I would like to invite Professor Tek to say a few words before I go into the session today. Professor Tek.
Hi, good morning everyone. Very warm welcome to Miss Woo Hui Qin, Distinguished Toastmasters, DTM. So you learned something new today, DTM. I learned something new. Before we start, I'd just like to briefly introduce myself. I'm Tek Eng. I specialize in data analytics, marketing, and also to introduce briefly about Henley Business School. Henley Business School has four undergraduate programs: business and management, accounting and finance, finance and business management, and real estate. All these four programs are our flagship programs. And at the heart of our program, we would like to nurture future entrepreneurial leaders. When I say entrepreneurial leaders, what it means is we want leaders that can think creatively. That means you, and today we are very privileged to have Toastmasters International Club and their distinguished Toastmasters members who are here to give us some insights into public speaking, communication skills, negotiation skills. All these are essential life skills, not just job skills. If you look at the top 20 and the top 10 job skills, always on top will be communication skills. We all agree? Yeah? So I hope that even after this session, if you have some time, we'll make some time available for you to network, to get to know Toastmasters International. So without further ado, I pass the stage to Ms. Wu. Give her a round of warm applause.
Thank you, Professor Tek, for his insights of this Henley Business School. So are you ready? Are you ready to impress anyone?
Yes.
Very good. So, actually, we are a group of volunteers here. Toastmasters International is a non-profit organization, so they don't pay us. However, we are benefited from this organization, and this is why we are willing to spread the benefits to as many possible, as many people as possible to the world. I will give you an introduction later, but now I'm going to introduce our today's session. So first of all, I will tell you how to impress anyone in 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes? Would you like to do that? Yes, of course. And then we have the second session. We are going to ask some of you to come on stage. Since you listen to the workshop, listen to the talk, right? Then you can come in front, and you will also have 2 minutes to talk about a topic. You stand on the feet, and then you can try. That's a practice session, which in Toastmaster, We call it table topic session. After that, there will be someone who will be there to tell you how you did. How was your speech? How was your 2 minutes? How do you be better? And how do you outdo yourself next time round? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Sure. So now let's start. So the first impression, how do you impress someone? For me, I'll say there are 3 stages. No matter how much time you have, but later you have 2 minutes on stage. So there are 2 stages which are before, during, and after your speech. And then your audiences, your targeted audiences, they will decide whether they are impressed or not. So first of all, before your speech, how do people look at you? So look at me. What do you think of me? Don't tell me. Just think. So that is what we call before your speech, your appearance. Do you look confident or you are not so sure about yourself? So that is what people decide whether they are impressed or not. That is the first stage. Then, during your speech, when I start, I will have to deliver content. So this is during my speech. You can decide later. So the content, my way of delivery, and of course, do you learn something from it? So that is after your speech. You think about, yeah, I attended 1 hour in this nice lecture theater. Then, how do I feel? Did I learn something? Or is the 1 hour that in my life that I would never get back? There are things like that. And what is the take-home message? Do you learn something from the speech? So this is how your audiences decide whether they are impressed or not. So imagine there are occasions that you want to impress someone. For example, in your lecture, your teacher, your lecturer, your professor asks you something, and then surely you will have to impress. Sometimes you are asked to do presentation. You have to impress. And if you go out for your job interview, you also need to impress. And one day, you meet that someone so special in your life. You want to impress him or her. And one day, you decided to be with him or her forever. You need to impress the parents, the family members. So there are so many occasions that we really need to impress someone, don't you think? So how do we do that? First of all, a lot of people are afraid. And I'm going to ask this question. Are you afraid of standing in front of everyone? Yes or no?
Yes.
I see some nodding heads. And you are not alone. Why? Because the fear of public speaking, the fear of standing in front of everyone, doing presentation, trying to tell someone what you think, to pitch your ideas. You are not alone. There are 74% overall that are afraid of it. That's why we are here today. Because the first time you stand on stage, butterflies in my stomach. What am I going to do? You know, I can see students, because I have been teaching for 17 years in high school. I can see my students, they were so nervous, they keep rubbing. You know, they will shake. These are the signs that you can see they are nervous. Right, so the fear of public speaking is there. However, we could overcome it by having more practice. So, how do we impress our audiences? I would say, just now we talked about the appearance, the confidence. How are we going to do that? How are we going to make that? How are we going to build that? So, first of all, That's the confidence that you have. Of course, dress nicely, appropriately. It is very important because that's the first look people have. And that's the first impression. That's why we dress appropriately to different occasions, right? And then, secondly, about your content. And this is most people, what they are afraid of. When they stand on the stage, not a lot of people knows what to share. They will have a lot of, that are the things that we call crutches, right? And you can sense that he's afraid or he's not that well prepared. It gives people that kind of wrong impression, maybe. You might be well prepared, however, the way you say it, it might give people some wrong impression. So the content, like for example, why are you standing here in front of everyone and giving this speech? So you should know whether you are here to inform, to motivate, to convince, to propose. So the purpose, you can be clear. However, later in the practice session, you can come and try because the questions, the topics are very general. So you can try it out first because I don't believe people are good naturally. There are lots of things done, practices done behind every scene, right? Okay? And think about what is the value of your speech or the thing that you want to tell your friends. Have you ever come across like some of your friends? They are very chatty, good at talking privately. However, the moment they stand on the stage, they are speechless. Do you have friends like that? Or are you like that? Because the situation changed. It's not like we are friends with each other and privately we can talk about anything. You are not afraid of making mistakes. You are not afraid of your friend is not impressed. However, when we want to impress the audiences, it means this person might be my professor, my future boss, my customer, and also the important someone in your life. So we have to present the best part. So what is the take-home message? What do you want? And that is how we construct the content. And lastly, about the presentation. So presentation, one of this is the presentation, visual and audio. And of course, body language. Have you ever stand in front of a mirror and talk to yourself? I doubt so. Because when I ask students and ask a lot of my friends, my fellow Toastmasters, not many of them is comfortable to do that. So we have to give you a platform, an environment that you don't have to stand in front of the mirror, but stand in front of everyone, and later there will be a kind evaluator who is there to tell you how do you improve yourself, in what area you could do better. So that is another kind of mirror, and they are always positive. They are there to help us. So body language is one of the presentation. Vocal variety. Sometimes I find that especially some of the students, I ask them to do presentation, they're not very comfortable with it. They are reading from the text itself. So the vocal variety is not there. It was monotonous. And it's not interesting, don't you think? So how do you make it better? We also tell you how in Toastmasters. And of course, engagement. You have seen people who are presenting and they start from the beginning till the end, then thank you, they go away. Do they actually engage with the audiences? Sometimes no. And how do we do that? This is also what we practice in Toastmasters as well. So today's session, I'm going to tell you one very simple method that you can use in your life when you are asked anything and you are trying to impress someone. Especially, you have the chance to practice when you take the first step and come on stage later. We did not prepare a lot, so later you have to fight for it. There are only 5 available slots for you to come here and try it out because of the time constraint. Of course, in 1 hour, if you want to have more, yes, we can always be here and let's practice together. So, the very easy method. We have to practice, right? Okay. Have you heard of Oreo? Yep. What is that? Cookies, right? Yeah, I like it. Do you like it? They say, twist it, lick it, dunk it. Dunk it. Yes, you know it. I presume you are a fan. Me too, no worries. But this Oreo is what we can use in our speech when you are asked a question. Did you know that SPM 2021, which means last year, they changed the format of assessment in English, in languages, I would say. There's a session which is like 25% for speaking as well. In the past, we only had reading and writing. And from 2021, we have reading, writing, listening, and speaking. And each component is going to be 25% of the final results. So that made a lot of teachers panic and also a lot of students uncomfortable. So this is the method that I have shared online. If you want to see the detail of it, you can always search online. So this one is actually 4 letters method. First of all, the first O, when you are asked a question or you are asked to express your opinion, first of all, you can tell people what you think. For example, how do you feel today? A very simple question. And then if you were given such a topic later, you can talk about, I'm happy. Normally that's it. You know, students, they come down, they'll say, yeah, I'm happy. Then they can't think of anything else. Yes, you have your opinion. However, how are you going to extend it? That's why we need Oreo. After that, you can talk about reasons. Why? You say you're happy. Why are you happy today? Because I got to know Toastmasters for the first time in my life, and I know that it's going to change my life. I can be a better public speaker in the future, and I'm going to achieve so much in my life that I have never dreamt of. That's the reason. Right? Okay? And you can also give examples. Since you say, wow, it's so good, so give examples. I finally challenged myself because I stepped forward to take the first speaker slot and gave my first table topic speech in my life. That's the example. Then finally, state your opinion again. That's why I am very happy today. So that is how we make out a very meaningful conversation, a very meaningful speech. And to impress someone, I heard of one story from another friend who is a banker. And then she said she interviewed some of the fresh grads to be working in the bank. She asked him or her, I'm not very sure, to talk about his university life. Sadly, we had pandemic, right? And pandemic is not over yet. And they had online lessons. So he said, I have nothing to say because basically, I do not have campus life. I do not know my friends. I actually only studied it on myself. So that's sad. So we can actually do a lot in it, right? So how to be prepared? We can use different news, magazines, articles, books, dramas, movies, traveling, sharing. These are all your resources that you can use and tell people, and of course you can engage. And there are also Toastmasters pathway, which I will introduce later, because all this we are going to tell you where do you practice in a safe and conducive environment. I'll leave it to the next part of introduction. So, thank you, and I'll welcome the next session for the practice session. In Toastmasters, we call it table topic session. So I have to welcome our table topic master, Woo Hui, who is also our G1 area director. Let's welcome.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Woo Hui Qin. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Thank you. After listening to Miss Wu workshop, I think all of you are already ready for the next session. The next session will be table topic session. We're going to have some candidates, some students come forward, come to the stage and try out the questions. So, but before this, we have a timer. In Toastmaster, we always emphasize on timing. So you are going to have 2 minutes and 30 seconds to give your speech. At 1 minute, our timer will show you a green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds, yellow card will be shown. At 2 minutes, red color card will be shown. And at 2 minutes 15 seconds, the bell will be rung. And you will still have another 15 seconds to wrap up your speech. Today, I have prepared several questions. And the questions are here. Remember, as Miss Wu mentioned just now, we only have prepared 5 gifts for those who can take the courage, come forward and try the questions. Can I have the first volunteer, please? Come on! Take the courage! Conquer your fear! Come on! Hello, students! Yes, very good! First of all, can I have your name?
Adam.
Adam. Adam. Thank you. Okay, now, Adam, we have several questions here. Can you pick anyone from here? This one. A for Adam. Adam, your topic is, what have you done last year that makes you proud? Share with us. What have you done last year that makes you proud? Share with us. Adam, the stage is yours.
Hello everyone, my name is Adam. So the question, something I've done last year that I'm really proud of. See, I don't know if you guys know about this, but there's this really small indie game called Valorant. I started playing it when it came out, great game, loved it. I played it for a few months with my friends, and then I graduated, and then my friends went to the UK, and I'm still here, so I play by myself. But, there's this little thing in Valorant called ranked competitive. Yeah, not many people like to go there. It's a very toxic place. No one likes it. But I went there. I took the courage. I was courageous, and I stepped into ranked. I played my placement matches, and you know where I placed? Iron. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. But I persevered. I was courageous. I impressed people in Valorant with my amazing skills. And I'm very proud to say that last year, I finally hit gold. It was really emotional. Thank you. But when I hit gold, I didn't know what to do. I immediately shut down my PC. I ran to my parents' bedroom. I said, "Mom, I hit gold in Valorant." You know what she said? She said, "Go study." She didn't understand how much it meant to me. It meant a lot. It really did mean a lot. And if my mom wasn't going to give me the validation that I needed, I went to my dad. And I said, "Dad, I reached gold in Valorant." And he's deaf, so he didn't hear me. So at that point, I didn't know what to do. And then I realized, I really thought to myself, I dug deep into my heart, and I realized that I didn't hit gold for other people. Other people didn't need to know that I hit gold in Valorant. Because you know who really matters the most? You. Thank you.
Very well done. Give him a round of applause. Thank you, Adam, for having the courage to come forward. Now, can I have the next volunteer, since Adam already been started, take the courage? Can I have the second volunteer, please? Yes, thank you. There's so many brave souls today. Can I have your name, please? DT. DT. Very. Thank you. Okay, now, please pick a topic. This one. Very easy question, but very meaningful. What or who motivates you to be the best? What or who motivates you to be the best? Are you ready? The stage is yours. Please give her a round of applause.
Hi all, good morning. It's so nice to see a lot of people. Okay, so to get to the question as to what motivates me, I would say there are three people who motivate me. Firstly, it would be my dad, my mom, my sister, and then me and myself. I like to start with myself, because conventionally everyone would head to your parents and your family. So I'd like to start with myself. So looking at myself, I would say that it's my passion and it's my curiosity to do things, to learn things that gets me going. So that is the biggest motivation. So I'm also a great believer that unless you motivate yourself or unless you have the drive to achieve something in your life, that you will not achieve it. Because there can be people to tell you, okay, Deepthi, you should get going, you should do this, it's good for your career, it's good for your profession. But unless you believe that it is essential for you, I don't think anyone can push you to do it. So the biggest motivator of anyone should be yourself, in this case myself. So I could give you a great example. So last year, I did my internship with EY India, and internship was very taxing, and that too I did it with auditing firm. So the auditing department was very exhausting. We had long work hours and so on. But yet I decided that I have to take up some professional papers and complete it, despite the very tight work schedules. So I decided that I'm going to do 3 ICW papers, which I did, and I passed the papers too. So I must say that this is something that despite the tight schedules, I managed to do it, and I would say this is entirely due to my passion. And secondly, moving on to my father. My father is the best role model in my life. He has taught me so many things. He has taught me how to not give up at any moment, how to keep on going, how to, for example, talk in front of a lot of people without freaking out or saying the wrong things. So my dad is the second most important role model. And the third would be my mother. I mean, without my mother, I mean, none of us can do a lot of stuff. My mother is the best, I would say. So she gives us a lot of things. She gives us love, warmth, as well as some moral advice, which is really important for life. I'd like to conclude saying thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your sharing. I think anyone or anybody can be our motivators, but most importantly to me, ourselves, we have to motivate ourselves. Now next, let's see who is going to take the courage. Remember, we only have five. We only have 5 candidates or students can come forward. Now left another 3. Take the courage. Conquer your fear. Come on. Any volunteer? I think today is a beautiful day. It's already 4th day of November. You may consider to take this opportunity to challenge yourself. Take the courage, conquer your fear, and come out, stand at the stage, and try the topics here. Any volunteer? I would like to say this is a golden opportunity. Come on! Take the courage! No? Any volunteer? Don't disappoint yourself because this is a golden opportunity. After listening to the workshop, you should have learned something. And don't forget, after this, you are going to give your presentation. How do you know that whether you have learned something or not? Only through practice. And now is the opportunity for you to practice what you have learned just now. Any volunteer? If no, I'm going to pick my favorite color already. Any volunteer? Yeah!
老板。
Madam, what is your name?
Chiyong.
Chiyong, nice to meet you. Now, please pick C. Chiyong, I have a friend whose name also Chiyong. He is a Toastmaster. I'm giving you some hints. Okay, your question is, which one is worst? Failing or never trying? Which one is which one is worst? Failing or never trying? Chiyong, the stage is yours.
Again, I'm Chiyong from Accounting and Finance Year 1. So I think never trying is like the most, because if you never try and you never know, right? You never know something. So like me, I'm standing here, so we never try, and then how we know we can present or not? Yeah. So in my real life example is during my learning life. So when you face with a question or you face with some problem, so if you never try, you never ask your lecturer, you never ask someone else, then how you know the question is like difficult for you or is you don't want to do only. Yeah. So for my example, I'm also a tuition teacher. Okay, so I teach my students also. Yeah. So I will always ask them, try to think about the question. Try to do yourself. Okay. Don't always ask me. You always need to try. So if you don't try, you never know, and then you never know, and then you learn, and then you didn't get something. Yeah. So uh, my student is like don't want to do something and then always relying on me. So I will always like angry lah, not angry, a bit angry on him or her lah. So I think trying is the most important part. So if you don't try, then how you know? How you know you can do? Alright. So I'm studying accounting, so it's good to try. Like you guys know the accounting need to like the balance sheet. You need always to balance the things. So if you don't balance, and then you need to figure out the way to solve the question. Yeah. So in summary, always try. Alright.
Thank you, Chiyo, for
Sharing with us his view. Yes, you will never know if you never try. Do you agree? Yes. So can I have the next volunteer, please? You will never know whether you can make it or not. Only through practices, only through trying. So please give yourself a chance. Whoa! We have. Whoa! Thank you very much. Mister, can you take a this? Oh! Wow. In fact, I'm very happy now, Mister. Support me! Now, Mister, your question is, would you rather be the funniest or the smartest in the room? Why? Would you rather be the funniest people or the smartest people in the room? Why? Mister, the stage is yours.
In my opinion, I would like to have a balance between having fun and the smart content. And I always say I want myself to do something before I show to my students. That's why today I want to be stand here as well. So what is the reason? Because being smart is very critical as well, because we want to know the content. The first reason, the content, our knowledge is very important. It will ensure that we can go far, we can contribute to our society and our nations, as well as the region and the world. So being a human, we always thought that if we can contribute even a small contributions, it is very important. So don't think that we are unable to do anything. I always see a small contribution is count. It's the first reason. The second reason, the content enable you to perform well. And you can earn something that either yourself need it, your family need it, or the community need it. So that would ensure that you can be independent. And for the fun part, because we need to have a work-life balance, so we are not studying or working the whole day. So I would love to have some fun part as well, having a conversations, watch some movies, have a smile. So this is the critical. So I would like to have a balance. And the example is I always include some very latest news and some humor in my class. so that I make myself happy, my student happy. So my conclusion will be have a balanced stage, having fun and being smart. Thanks. Thank you for your sharing. Yeah, I agree. Be moderate in between fun and also, what else? Being fun and also be smart. Okay, now one last space, one last opportunity. Remember, one last opportunity. Give yourself. Thank you very much. Don't tell me you want to go toilet. Thank you very much for taking the challenge and also courage. May I know your name?
My name got a lot of E. I'm L-E-E-P-E-Y-E.
PE. Hi PE. Can you pick a topic? Oh, since his name got so many E's, so he decided to take E. PE. Since this is the last question, I think it must be something special. What is something you have tried but would never do it again? What is something you have tried but would never do it again? PE, the stage is yours. Let's go.
Hi, hello. Hi, my name is P. What is the thing that I will never try again? I think it will be keep playing games. I think. I mean, I still like to play games. I'm a shut in. I always stay in SV, the employee, and I usually play games or do some notes myself. But then during the time during foundation, I was literally the shut in. I never go out. I'll just stay inside my room or in M floor. I mean, I'm still doing it, but then like not constantly. I'm still right now. I meet a lot of friends because my mother told me if you keep doing like this, not only you will not enjoy the university life, and then my score is not going very well during foundation. So I keep feeling everything because not only I did make some notes, but then I didn't I spend much more of my time playing games and just playing games. So right now I'm very lucky that I can study in year 1 and then I got a lot of lessons when I go back to KL where my dad scolding me every day. I already very tired of it, but then I know he's trying to tell me I have to change. I must change a lot. I have to change because every time I feel like I already did my best, but then it's like 30% or 40% only, and then I know university or reading also require a very high requirement, so I always think that I just need to pass on it, but then I can't even reach pass during that time. So I mean I luckily to get to year 1 but then I think right now I have to change. I must change right now. So the thing I don't want to do right now is I will still stay in the employ in my room, but then play games. But then I usually waste so much of the time. So playing games and staying as a shut-in. I'll go out with my friends to eat, go out to play games, and go and do anything lah. So I also talk a lot outside already. Not afraid of anything anymore. I really like to have so many friends here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pili, for your sharing. Every one of us already know he doesn't want to play games anymore, just to achieve balance. Now, in Toastmaster, Thank you. First of all, thank you for all the 5 volunteers. Very well done. Give yourself a round of applause. It's not an easy task to come forward and stand at the stage and give your speech. And some more is an impromptu speech. Now in Toastmasters, normally once the speakers already done their speeches, we will have a timekeepers to give the report for each speaker. Now I shall invite our Area G3 Director, Yipstan, to give the speakers timers.
Our first table topic speaker, Adam, the time taken was 2 minutes and 21 seconds. Our second table topic speaker, Deputy, 2 minutes 40 seconds. Our third courageous soul is Chiyong, 2 minutes 29 seconds. Our fourth speaker is Mr. 1 minute 54 seconds. And our last table topic speaker was Lee P. 2 minutes and 38 seconds.
Thank you very much. Now, after listening to the timekeepers report, the most important session is the evaluation session. We want to know whether what we are sharing is good or not, or anything that we can improve for the future speeches. We have one evaluator. He is our table topics evaluator, and now I will pass the following session to him. He is distinguished Toastmaster Aaron Chan. Please give him a round of applause.
Thank you so much, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. The role of the evaluator is not to nail you or to crucify you, but the role of the evaluator is to help you grow. And in Toastmasters, one of the things that I believe is this motto called friends helping friends. Because none of us are professors in English, except for Hui Qin, who is a teacher in English. But none of us are professors in English, professors in public speaking. But we all improve because we learn from one another. And this is maybe an older friend helping a younger friend here. To all the 5 courageous souls who came up to speak this morning. So I go straight to it first, man. First, Adam. Adam's there. Adam, what have you done last year that made you proud? And I'm glad that he shared his story. And in Toastmasters, if you do not know what to speak, the first thing you can speak is about yourself. Always speak about yourself. And he's actually a very humorous speaker. Don't you agree? Yeah, he kept us all on our feet and we were cheering for him as well as he was sharing with us. He had very good hand gestures. What do I mean by that? He showed this new word that I learned. Rank. What? Rank competitive, is it? And he used this like that. See, rank competitive. And you can actually see the word rank competitive, even though it's just a small gesture. This hand gestures pains a lot to many people. Now, if I may, Adam, share one thing that you could work on the next time you speak in front, would be your stage usage, because you were pacing up, you were pacing here. I'm not too sure why you were pacing. There was nowhere to go to. Stay firm and look at the audience, because you are already a very humorous speaker. If you were here and you stand firm, the more humor you can able to send out to the universe. Thank you, Adam. We now move on to Dipti. What or who motivates you to be the best? And you shared very sincerely about your family members, and you had 3 stories to share with us. I really enjoyed how you were giving eye contact to everybody in the room, and that is what is amazing, because it shows that you are very confident, even though there are so many people here that you need to speak to. You were getting old, sorry. I really felt that because you shared part of your story, part of this, we felt connected to you and we can share your joys as well. And I thought that how you presented following the Oreo, that was very good as well. So congrats on that. Now, if I may share with you, I think one of the things that you can learn from Adam actually is your hand gestures. Your hand gestures were not what we call purposeful. What we mean by purposeful? Purposeful means there is a purpose with your hand gestures. And when you are not too sure what to use with your hands, what do? You actually hold on to your mic. Okay, and this is what we call a crutch. You know what's crutches? When people who can't walk, they wear crutches. Same thing, when we're not too sure what to use with our hands, you end up having a crutch here. So perhaps you want to be mindful of next time. I know sometimes you can be nervous. There are many things you can do. You can always put it at the side of your arms. Okay. Next person, Chiyong. Okay, where is Chiyong? Ah, Chiyong is there. Okay, Chiyong. Which one is worse? Failing or never trying? See my eyes. Okay. Now, one of the things that Chiyong used, and is a very good tactic for any speech or any presentation, is repetitiveness. What did he repeat? Never try, never know. Never try, never know. So that so much about his speech was on never try, never know. And you remember his speech as the never try and never know guy from this time forward. Okay? I like that he stood firm. He actually stand and not pacing up and down. He actually shared a lot of anecdotes about himself. He used himself as why he needs to try. Because when he tries, then he knows that he can do it, or he has never done it before. Okay. Now, one of the things that I can give to you, Chiyong, is that perhaps, again, where you can learn from Dipti instead, having good eye contact with everybody in the room. Somehow or rather, perhaps there's somebody that you like in this room, that you keep focusing on the right-hand side most of the time. Or it could be something that is you're comfortable with looking out towards the right. So let's be mindful, because you're not just speaking to the audience to the right, to my right. You're speaking to everybody in the room. So have good eye contact with everybody. The good example of Miss Tay. Okay. Now, Miss Tay's topic was, would you rather be the funniest or smartest person in the room? Miss Tay shows that she's a seasoned lecturer. The way she spoke, she used very good hand gestures. She spoke in a very a good calming voice, and she also had very good eye contact with everybody here, and she was very motivational as well, don't you think? Now, if I made a mistake, one of the things that you can improve on is, now you and I have the same issue, which is we have a very calm voice. And sometimes when we speak too calmly, we tend to keep everybody very calm as well. So maybe that's one thing that you can learn from Adam, which is being humorous. Having humor, adding humor and energy. And that comes with our vocal variety. And that's something that you can learn when you join Toastmasters. And finally, the person with Li Pi Yi. Okay? What is something you have tried and won't do it again? P, can I, where's P? Okay, P, can I just say that it's nice that you share about your life to all of us and how you are so sincere about your life. And it takes guts to share about your feelings. It takes lots of guts to do that. I want to highlight something that I really like. Now, P used something in Toastmasters we call triads. He used this: I will change, I need to change, I have to change. This is what we call triads. It's something that can help you in your presentations because it really helps you for people to remember. And I remember this so much. I will change, I have to change, and I need to change. Okay? And of course, we will hold you to that goal of you wanting to change. Now, one of the things that if you notice about P was perhaps this is his first time, and his nervousness. And we all do something when we are nervous. Do you notice what he did when he was nervous? You want to guess? You want to guess? You want to guess? Yeah, this is what you did, P, if you've noticed yourself. You put your hands on your back and you were holding it. Okay? Now this is a sign of nervousness. And it's another what we call a crutch. So when you're not too sure what to do with your hands, let it go, put it on the side. Okay? Then learn purposeful hand gestures. Because again, gestures does paint a different picture and it adds flavor to your presentation as well. Now in Toastmasters, we always give what we call an SO to our first time speakers. What is an SO? Okay. SO is standing ovation. Okay, so may I invite, besides the speakers who spoke just now, the rest of us, can you please stand up? Except for the speakers, the 5 speakers who spoke just now. Okay, and I want you, those around them, and just turn to them and those around them and give them a standing ovation. Come on, louder, a bit louder. So a job well done to all the 5 speakers just now, and with that, I pass the time back to
Thank you to our table topics evaluator. Please give him a round of applause. Do you think that this evaluation is very helpful and meaningful? Do you think so?
Yes.
Yes? Yes or no? Yes! Okay, now, we will have more later, so I will pass the following session to our distinguished Toastmaster Woo Hui Qin again. Please give her a round of applause.
Thank you, Table Topic Masters, Yong Xiu Hui. Did you enjoy yourself just now?
Yes.
Yes, right. So now I'm going to tell you what we can offer in Toastmaster and what exactly is Toastmaster. Not someone, have you heard of Toastmasters? You answered me. That's for girls, not for guys. Because of the word toast. So what came to your mind when you heard of Toastmasters? Bread! Yes, that's what exactly I thought as well when I first heard of Toastmasters. That's why he answered, that was for girls, not for guys. So actually Toastmasters is an organization that has been around for nearly 100 years. So we were founded in 1924. It's a non-profit organization and it's a network of more than 28,000 members in the world with 17,400 clubs across 144 countries. So once you are a member of Toastmaster, you can visit any clubs when you travel. I visited China's club when I was in Changchun, and it was fantastic. And it is a near 100-year organization, and it was founded by this great man, whose name is Dr. Ralph C. Smedley. The first meeting was held at the YMCA building on 22nd October 1924. So we just celebrated our 98th anniversary. Because that time he thought all these young people could not really speak well. Like Western's culture, they will normally have a toast when they drink. And then when they toast, they have to say something. And that was the time he knew that not a lot of young people spoke well. In the 21st century, it is an essential skill for all young people to do public speaking, selling, pitching, to give presentation, ideas. So all these are still applicable today. And today, who uses Toastmasters? These are the companies in our district who chartered Toastmasters Club in their company. So these are called corporate clubs. So it means they see the importance of the employees having training in Toastmasters. That's why they have the clubs. And learning institutions, we have different universities, they have already chartered Toastmasters Club. So that's why we are here today to introduce you the benefits of Toastmasters and how we can help each other to grow in our journey, in our life journey, to be a better version of ourselves. So I hope you recognize them. These are the universities in our district which have Toastmasters in their campus as well. And a closer look for pathways. Since we say we are a non-profit organization, educational organization, so what can we offer? What do we offer? As a member, you can have self-paced learning program We call it pathways. There are 11 pathways, just like courses. You can choose anything, anyone that is relevant to you. For example, you want to be a master in presentation. Then you can choose presentation mastery. If you strive to be a better coach or better teacher, you can always choose effective coaching. If you would like to be more humorous, you can choose engaging humor. And all these paths, there are 5 different skills which are the focuses on different paths. First one is public speaking. Second, interpersonal communication. Number 3, strategic leadership, management. 4, and finally, your confidence as well. And in Toastmaster, not only the pathway that we are going to offer, so a meeting like that. This is actually not the full meeting. In a full meeting, we have 3 sessions, which are the project speech, the table topic session, and then the evaluation. We have different evaluators who are going to tell us how we use our language. Do we have crutches in our speech? Like how many we use in a speech, how many we use. We have counters and also timekeepers, different role in a meeting to keep the meeting on time and also effective. So we have hands-on learning environment. Just now you say, prepare an impromptu speeches that you can present. And I think you received good feedback from Aaron just now, right? And all of us can use it, not only the speakers. Because when we look at people, we reflect and we are also growing at the same time. And of course, opportunities to speak and lead the meeting. How many opportunities do you have to speak like that in your daily lives? Will you tell your friend, hey, come, watch me, impromptu speech? You won't. However, Toastmasters provide us every month with a specific time that we are here together and learn together to present speeches and to have feedback to grow better and better. So next, so learning doesn't stop at the club. It's not only one club. Do you see the companies that have Toastmasters? The campuses that have Toastmasters? We can network with each other. We actually support each other in Toastmasters as well. We have area events, division events, and also district events that we can meet each other. That is to broaden your networking as well. You can network with them. How much time you have to network with people. And this is a golden opportunity for us to widen our network as well. And how to join? Very easy. First of all, any 18 and below here, good, all of you can join. If you are 18 and below, never mind, wait a little bit longer and you can join. So 18 and above, you can join Toastmasters. What is the new member fee? Is only 20 USD, which means once a lifetime. Once you pay this 20, you don't have to pay, even if I decide to stop for a while, then only I rejoin. Yes, no problem. That's only one registration fee. And semi-annual fee is $45, which we calculated about the exchange rate now is about 40 ringgit per month, which means 2 cups of Starbucks. With the price of 2 cups of Starbucks a month, you can have the network of 144 countries with 28,000 members across the world to network with top 500 companies, campuses, excellent students. Worth it? Worth it? Yes, definitely worth it. Okay, so to charter a new club, we need 20 or more members. I think there are more than 20 of you here. We can charter 3 clubs. We can charter 1 club here, of course we learn together, so at least 20 or more. Then the club charter fee one time is $125. And then we can collect new members and semi-annual fees from members, and we can discuss when and where the timing you want to have a meeting. So Toastmasters is quite flexible in this because why? The value in it is to learn public speaking and also leadership together. And what support will you get? Like all of us here. In the beginning, I said we are all volunteers, right? We are volunteers because we don't receive anything, any salary from Toastmasters International. We are here because we grow in Toastmaster and we see so many life change in Toastmasters. Some people say there's a tagline for a very popular public speaking platform says ideas worth spreading, right? The tagline of Toastmasters is where leaders are made. And with all the leaders in the world, I think with Toastmasters, we are able to create a better world. And it's not only ideas worth spreading. It's our value, our core value, our program, and also the motto of Toastmasters that is worth spreading. And that is why all of us are here today to share the benefits of Toastmasters with all of you here. I would like to spread this to all over the world, not only in Malaysia, not only in our district, not only in our country. So if you are interested, experience Toastmasters, explore the possibilities, enjoy the benefits. And we are here to have Q&A later. So if you're interested, I really hope that we can grow together, learn together, excel together in University of Reading. And there, I thank you everyone for attending this, and I thank you the role players. I'll pass the control to our closing MC, Sashmi now. Thank you very much.
Okay, guys, so thanks to everyone for attending this talk. Now we're gonna open up for a Q&A session. So, yep, if you have any questions, you can ask Ms. Wu, okay? Yeah, y'all should ask. Thank you. Anyone, any questions? Ask Ms. Wu. No one got any questions for Ms. Wu? Anyone?
You can stay and ask more later. We have time allocated, right? Yeah.
Okay, so to thank our guests, we actually have a token of appreciation here. So it'll be presented by Prof. Tan. Yep, Professor. Next, we want Mr. Le Leong Heng to come. Yep. Guys, clap your hands. Okay. Next up is Miss Yong Siu Hui. Next up is Mr. Yves Tan. Mr. Aaron Chan, if you come up. Mr. Yap Zhen Xiong. see Mr. CN Low. Yes, Mr. CN. Okay, thank you, Prof. And thanks everyone for attending this event. One of you guys can head over to the University School there for the refreshments. Okay. Thank you.
We have a small token of appreciation from us to Professor Janice, Professor Tech, and also Miss Day, right? Thank you for organizing this. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, everyone. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Okay, everybody, students, academic staff, guests, please can we proceed to Henley Business School for refreshments and networking?